Good evening, I'm Gina Quattrochi.
And I'm Jeff Smith. Thanks for joining us tonight. Under a bill that's working through the House this session of the Indiana General Assembly, landlords may no longer have to pay cities to inspect their properties.
News 18's Krista Henry reports if passed, West Lafayette Mayor John Dennis says this could have a negative effect on student housing if no regulations and inspections are in place.
In the city of West Lafayette, much of the housing is rental properties offered to Purdue students. Currently, the city has a rental inspection program so that the city can regulate the safety of homes and apartment units leased out to tenants.
Students are able to rent homes that have a certain level of life and safety issues that are being addressed and inspected and maintained.
Director of Development for West Lafayette, Chandler Pools, says depending on whether a property is a single-family home or an apartment complex, landlords pay different inspection fees to the city every few years.
A single-family home is inspected in the first year when they receive their certificate, and they have a one-year certificate, and then after the end of that first year, they are eligible for a two-year certificate. So we inspect it every 2 years.
Poole says apartment complexes in the city are inspected every 4 years.
The fees on the apartment complexes are about $150 per building and then $2 per unit.
But under House Bill 1313, if passed, cities would no longer regulate and inspect properties that are leased out to tenants.
The bill, in essence, makes it prohibits the ability for a city to have a rental inspection program.
Having regulations and a regulatory entity when it comes to rental property, I think, is critically important for safety issues and for quality of life within a city.
Anyone who goes to a restaurant, they expect that restaurant to have certain levels of inspections, certain levels of cleanliness, and certain levels of protection for the patrons. The rental inspection program provides that ability here in West Lafayette.
The bill has not yet passed out of committee. Lawmakers are expected to vote sometime next week. Krista Henry, News 18.
Representative Mike Speedy, who represents a portion of Marion County, authored this bill. He says it would put a stop to some cities who are collecting revenue from these fees. If passed, he says West Lafayette could be exempt because they're a college town and their ordinance is unique in order to ensure the safety of students.